Force yourself to be consistent. How to stay focused, motivated, and unstoppable. Written and published by Inspire Audiobook. Introduction. What separates successful people from those who struggle? It's not luck, talent, or intelligence. It's consistency. The ability to show up, take action, and stay committed, even when you don't feel like it, is the real key to achieving anything in life. We often rely on motivation to get things done, but motivation is fleeting. Some days, you'll feel energized and ready to conquer the world. Other days, you won't even want to get out of bed. That's why you must force yourself to be consistent, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. In this audiobook, you'll learn how to build self-discipline, overcome procrastination, and create a routine that keeps you on track. You'll discover why small daily actions are more powerful than occasional bursts of effort, and how to stay focused through setbacks. Whether you want to grow in your career, improve your health, or achieve personal goals, consistency is the secret ingredient. Success doesn't come from doing things sometimes. It comes from doing the right things every day. Are you ready to break free from inconsistency and become unstoppable? Let's begin your journey to mastering discipline and achieving long-term success. Chapter 1. Understanding consistency. Success isn't about grand gestures or one-time efforts. It's about the small daily actions that add up over time. Consistency is the silent force behind every achievement, yet it's often overlooked. Many people start strong, fueled by excitement and motivation, only to lose momentum when challenges arise. They assume that talent or intelligence is the key to success, but in reality, it's the ability to stay committed to a goal, even when progress seems slow or difficult. Consistency is what transforms dreams into reality, and without it, even the best plans remain unfulfilled. To truly understand consistency, we must first break down what it means. At its core, consistency is the ability to show up and take action repeatedly, regardless of circumstances. It is the habit of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. While motivation fluctuates, consistency provides stability. It ensures that progress is made each day, no matter how small. The most successful people in the world, from athletes to entrepreneurs, don't rely on fleeting bursts of inspiration. Instead, they develop routines and systems that keep them on track. They commit to their goals and follow through, whether they feel motivated or not. One of the biggest myths about consistency is that it requires perfect effort every single day. This mindset often discourages people because they believe that one missed day means failure. But consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Missing a day, or facing setbacks, does not erase progress. It's how you respond that matters. The key is to get back on track as quickly as possible. Many people fall into the trap of an all-or-nothing mentality. They start strong, but as soon as they miss a workout, break a diet, or fail to meet a deadline, they give up completely. Instead of seeing consistency as an unbroken streak, it should be viewed as a long-term commitment, where occasional setbacks are normal, but persistence prevails. The science behind consistency is rooted in habit formation. Research shows that our brains thrive on routine. When we repeatedly perform an action, it becomes ingrained in our neural pathways, making it easier to do over time. This is why the first few weeks of building a new habit feel difficult, but as time passes, it becomes second nature. For example, if you've ever learned to drive, you probably remember how overwhelming it was at first, checking mirrors, adjusting speed, staying in your lane. But over time, driving became almost automatic. The same principle applies to any habit, whether it's exercising, waking up early, or working on a personal project. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Another important aspect of consistency is identity. People who see themselves as disciplined and committed are more likely to stick to their routines. If you identify as someone who never finishes what they start, you will subconsciously act in a way that reinforces that belief. But if you shift your mindset and start seeing yourself as a consistent person, your actions will align with that identity. This is why small wins are so powerful. Each time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce the belief that you are someone who keeps going, no matter what. One of the biggest challenges people face with consistency is boredom. In the beginning, everything feels exciting. A new workout routine, a fresh business idea, or a new diet plan brings a sense of novelty. But over time, excitement fades and boredom sets in. This is where most people quit. They assume that if something isn't exciting, it's not worth doing. But the truth is, success often comes from embracing the mundane. The best athletes don't train because they feel like it. They train because they are committed to excellence. The best writers don't wait for inspiration. They sit down and write daily. The best entrepreneurs don't work only when they feel creative. They build businesses by consistently putting in the effort. Consistency is also about managing expectations. Many people expect instant results, and when they don't see progress quickly, they become discouraged. But real success is a long-term game. Imagine planting a seed. You water it daily, but for weeks, nothing seems to happen. If you stop watering it too soon, you'll never see the plant grow. But if you keep going, eventually, roots form, and the plant emerges. The same applies to personal growth, career advancement, and any major goal. The results may not be visible right away, but that doesn't mean progress isn't happening. To build consistency, start with small, achievable goals. Trying to change everything at once leads to overwhelm and burnout. Instead of committing to an extreme diet, start by making healthier food choices. Instead of trying to exercise for an hour every day, start with 10 minutes. Once the habit is formed, you can gradually increase the intensity. It's better to take small steps consistently than to make drastic changes that you can't maintain. Another powerful strategy is tracking progress. When you see tangible proof of your efforts, it reinforces your commitment. This is why many successful people keep journals, checklists, or habit trackers. Seeing a streak of completed tasks can be incredibly motivating. It creates a sense of accountability and momentum. In the end, consistency is about trust. Trusting yourself to follow through, trusting the process even when progress is slow, and trusting that small efforts will lead to big results. No one becomes successful overnight, but those who stay the course, despite challenges and setbacks, always reach their goals. The journey may not always be exciting, but if you commit to showing up every day, no matter what, you will achieve more than you ever imagined. Consistency is not a talent, it's a choice. And the moment you decide to be consistent, your life will start to change. Chapter 2. The psychology of self-discipline. Success in any area of life is not determined by intelligence, talent, or luck. It is determined by self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to control impulses, stay focused on goals, and maintain effort even when motivation fades. It is the foundation of consistency and the key to unlocking one's full potential. But why do some people have strong self-discipline while others struggle? The answer lies in understanding the psychology behind it. At its core, self-discipline is about delayed gratification, the ability to resist immediate pleasure for a greater reward in the future. Psychologists refer to this as the marshmallow test, a famous study conducted in the 1960s by Walter Mischel at Stanford University. In this experiment, children were given the choice to eat one marshmallow immediately or wait a few minutes and receive 2 marshmallows. The results showed that the children who could delay gratification performed better in various aspects of life, including academic achievement, personal relationships, and career success. This experiment highlights the power of self-control and its impact on long-term success. One of the biggest misconceptions about self-discipline is that it is purely about willpower. While willpower plays a role, it is not a limitless resource. Studies have shown that willpower can be depleted like a muscle. This concept, known as ego depletion, suggests that the more decisions we make and the more we resist temptations, the more our self-control diminishes over time. This explains why people often make poor choices at the end of the day when they are mentally exhausted. However, just like a muscle, self-discipline can be strengthened through regular exercise and practice. The first step to building self-discipline is understanding that habits shape our behavior more than motivation does. Motivation fluctuates, it comes and goes. Relying on motivation alone to accomplish goals is a recipe for inconsistency. Instead, successful individuals build routines and systems that remove the need for motivation. They create habits that make self-discipline automatic. For example, if someone wants to exercise regularly, they don't rely on how they feel each morning. Instead, they establish a habit of working out at the same time every day, making it a part of their daily routine. Over time, the habit becomes second nature, and the need for motivation diminishes. Another crucial aspect of self-discipline is the ability to reframe thoughts and emotions. Many people struggle with consistency because they allow their emotions to dictate their actions. They wait to feel motivated or energized before taking action, which leads to inconsistency. Highly disciplined individuals, on the other hand, understand that feelings are unreliable. They act despite their emotions. They reframe negative thoughts and self-doubt by focusing on the benefits of their actions rather than the temporary discomfort. This is known as cognitive reappraisal, a psychological technique that helps individuals regulate emotions and maintain focus on their goals. One effective way to cultivate self-discipline is by setting clear and specific goals. Vague goals lead to vague actions, while specific goals create a clear roadmap for success. Research in goal-setting theory suggests that people who set well-defined goals are more likely to follow through with them. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," a person should set a clear goal like, "I will exercise for 30 minutes every morning and avoid processed sugar for the next 30 days. The more precise the goal, the easier it is to stay disciplined. In addition to setting clear goals, using implementation intentions can significantly boost self-discipline. Implementation intentions are if-then statements that help prepare for obstacles and increase follow-through. For example, if I feel too tired to exercise in the morning, then I will remind myself that I always feel better afterward and start with just 5 minutes. This technique mentally prepares individuals for challenges and reduces the likelihood of giving in to excuses. Another psychological factor that affects self-discipline is the environment. Many people underestimate the power of their surroundings in shaping their behaviors. If an environment is filled with distractions and temptations, self-discipline becomes much harder. For example, if someone is trying to eat healthier but their kitchen is stocked with junk food, they are more likely to give in to cravings. A simple but effective strategy is to design an environment that makes self-discipline easier. This can be done by removing temptations, setting up a designated workspace for productivity, or surrounding oneself with people who encourage good habits. The role of identity and self-discipline is also crucial. People often struggle with consistency because they do not see themselves as the kind of person who follows through. For example, someone who wants to write a book but does not identify as a writer will struggle to be consistent. To develop stronger self-discipline, individuals must shift their identity. Instead of saying, "I want to write a book," they should say, "I am a writer." This small but powerful change in self-perception reinforces disciplined behavior. When people believe they are the type of person who stays committed to their goals, their actions align with that belief. Self-discipline also requires mastering the art of self-compassion. Many people think that being harsh on themselves will make them more disciplined, but research shows that self-criticism leads to decreased motivation and increased procrastination. Instead of beating themselves up over mistakes, successful individuals practice self-compassion by learning from their failures and moving forward. They understand that setbacks are part of the journey and do not allow them to derail their progress. This mindset shift allows them to maintain long-term consistency without the fear of failure. A practical strategy to enhance self-discipline is the 2-minute rule. This rule states that if a task takes less than 2 minutes to start, do it immediately. The idea behind this rule is to overcome inertia. Once an action is initiated, it becomes easier to continue. For example, if someone wants to develop the habit of reading daily, they should start by reading for just 2 minutes. Often once they begin, they will continue far beyond the initial 2 minutes. This technique is particularly useful for overcoming resistance to starting tasks. Rewarding yourself can also be an effective strategy. The brain craves rewards, so setting up a reward system can make consistency easier. For example, after completing a challenging task, give yourself a small treat, watch an episode of your favorite show, go for a walk, or enjoy a snack. This reinforces positive behavior and makes it easier to stay on track in the future. One of the most important mindset shifts in overcoming procrastination is understanding that motivation is unreliable. Many people wait to feel like doing something before they take action, but feelings are unpredictable. Successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. They take action whether they feel like it or not. If you wait until you're in the mood, you'll never get things done. Instead, build the habit of starting regardless of how you feel. Action leads to results, and results create motivation. It's also important to recognize your triggers. Pay attention to what causes you to procrastinate. Is it social media, lack of sleep, stress? Identifying these triggers allows you to address them directly. If social media is a distraction, use apps to block access during work hours. If stress is an issue, practice mindfulness or exercise to clear your mind before starting tasks. The more you understand your habits, the easier it becomes to change them. Developing a strong morning routine can also help set the tone for the day. How you start your morning influences your productivity. Instead of hitting snooze and scrolling through your phone, start your day with intention. Exercise, read, or plan your tasks before jumping into work. A productive morning increases the chances of maintaining consistency throughout the day. Another effective method to beat procrastination is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This prevents small tasks from piling up and creating mental clutter. For larger tasks, start with just 2 minutes of effort. Often the hardest part is getting started, and once you begin, you'll find it easier to keep going. Lastly, embrace discomfort. Growth requires stepping out of your comfort zone. Procrastination often happens because people avoid discomfort. The key is to train yourself to act despite discomfort. When you push through resistance, it gets easier over time. Every time you take action instead of procrastinating, you're strengthening your discipline and setting yourself up for long-term success. Overcoming procrastination and laziness is not about eliminating them completely. It's about managing them effectively. Everyone has moments of resistance, but those who succeed don't let those moments control them. They take action despite their feelings, create routines that support consistency, and develop a mindset that prioritizes progress over perfection. If you apply these strategies consistently, you'll no longer be at the mercy of procrastination. Instead, you'll take control of your actions, build unstoppable discipline, and move closer to your goals every single day. Chapter 5. Building a routine that works. Consistency doesn't happen by chance. It is built through structured routines. If you look at successful people, you will notice they follow daily patterns that keep them on track. A well-designed routine removes the need for constant decision-making, reduces mental fatigue, and makes productivity effortless. However, building a routine is not just about planning your day. It's about creating a system that aligns with your goals and eliminates distractions. Chapter: we will explore how to design a routine that works for you and ensures consistency in your daily efforts. The first step to building a routine is understanding your priorities. Many people fail to stay consistent because they overload their schedules with tasks that do not contribute to their long-term goals. To avoid this, you need to define your most important objectives and structure your routine around them. Start by identifying 3 to 5 key activities that will bring you closer to your personal and professional aspirations. These could include exercise, skill development, deep work, or networking. Once you have clarity on what truly matters, you can allocate time in your schedule for these priorities. Mornings set the tone for the entire day. A well-structured morning routine can give you momentum and ensure you start the day with purpose. Highly productive individuals follow morning rituals that include activities such as meditation, exercise, journaling, or reading. The key is to engage in actions that energize you and put you in the right mindset. Instead of hitting the snooze button multiple times, develop a habit of waking up at the same time every day and engaging in activities that align with your goals. A consistent morning routine helps you establish discipline and prevents the feeling of being rushed or overwhelmed. While mornings are crucial, how you structure the rest of your day is equally important. Many people waste hours deciding what to do next, which leads to inefficiency. To counter this, time blocking is a powerful strategy that allows you to allocate specific hours to different tasks. By dedicating fixed time slots to focused work, breaks, and personal activities, you eliminate distractions and ensure progress. For example, if your goal is to write a book, block an hour every morning for writing without interruptions. If you want to improve your fitness, schedule a workout session at a set time each day. The key is to commit to these time blocks as if they were non-negotiable appointments. Another essential component of an effective routine is setting triggers that reinforce habits. A trigger is an event or cue that prompts you to take action. For instance, placing your workout clothes next to your bed acts as a visual reminder to exercise in the morning. Similarly, setting an alarm for deep work can signal your brain to focus on an important task. Habit stacking is another effective technique where you pair a new habit with an existing one. For example, if you already drink coffee every morning, you can use that as a cue to review your goals or read a few pages of a book. By linking new habits to existing behaviors, you increase the chances of sticking to them. Many people struggle with consistency because they try to do too much at once. The key to sustaining a routine is starting small and building gradually. If you attempt to make drastic changes overnight, you are more likely to feel overwhelmed and quit. Instead, focus on making minor improvements each day. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, emphasizes the power of tiny gains. Improving by just 1% every day can lead to remarkable results over time. Rather than aiming to work out for an hour daily right from the start, begin with 10 minutes and increase gradually. If you want to develop a reading habit, start with 5 pages a day. Small, incremental changes create momentum and make routines more sustainable. Accountability plays a vital role in maintaining consistency. When you have someone keeping you accountable, you are more likely to follow through with your commitments. This could be a mentor, a friend, or even a community that shares similar goals. Publicly committing to your routine also adds pressure to stay consistent. For example, if you announce on social media that you will run 5 days a week, you will feel obligated to keep your word. Another way to hold yourself accountable is by tracking your progress. Keeping a habit tracker or journal allows you to visualize your consistency and stay motivated. When you see a streak of successful days, you will be less likely to break the pattern. One of the biggest challenges in maintaining a routine is dealing with distractions. In the digital age, distractions are everywhere: social media, notifications, emails, and endless entertainment options. To protect your routine, you need to create an environment that minimizes these interruptions. Start by setting clear boundaries, such as putting your phone on silent during focused work sessions, or using website blockers to limit social media usage. Designating a specific workspace can also help condition your mind to associate that area with productivity. If you work from home, create a dedicated workspace that minimizes distractions and signals to your brain that it is time to focus. Another major barrier to consistency is boredom. When routines become monotonous, motivation tends to decline. To keep things engaging, introduce variety into your routine. For instance, if you follow the same workout plan every day, try switching exercises or exploring different fitness activities. If your work feels repetitive, incorporate learning opportunities or new challenges. Finding ways to make your routine enjoyable ensures that you remain committed for the long run. Flexibility is also crucial when designing a routine. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected situations will arise. Rather than being rigid, build adaptability into your schedule. If you miss a workout or fail to complete a task on time, don't let it derail your progress. The key is to get back on track without feeling discouraged. A good rule to follow is the never miss twice principle. If you miss a task one day, make it a priority to complete it the next day. This prevents small setbacks from turning into long-term failures. Your evening routine is just as important as your morning routine. How you end your day determines how well you start the next one. A structured nighttime routine helps you unwind, reflect on your progress, and prepare for the next day. Activities such as journaling, planning the next day's tasks, and reducing screen time before bed improve sleep quality and ensure you wake up feeling refreshed. Avoiding late-night social media scrolling or watching TV excessively can also improve your ability to rest and recharge. Ultimately, the key to building a routine that works is consistency. It is not about being perfect every day, but about showing up and making progress. The more you stick to your routine, the easier it becomes. Over time, these small daily actions compound into significant achievements. Successful people do not rely on motivation, they rely on discipline and structured habits that keep them on track. If you commit to building and following a solid routine, you will force yourself to be consistent, and success will become inevitable. The question is not whether you can be consistent, it is whether you are willing to design a life that makes consistency effortless. The choice is yours. Chapter 6. Staying motivated through setbacks. Setbacks are an inevitable part of any journey towards success. No matter how disciplined or consistent you are, challenges will arise, obstacles will block your path, and failures will occur. The real question is not whether you will face setbacks, but how you will respond to them. Most people allow difficulties to break their momentum, making it harder to stay consistent. However, the most successful individuals understand that setbacks are opportunities for growth. Learning how to stay motivated through difficult times will not only keep you on track, but will also strengthen your resilience, making you unstoppable. One of the biggest reasons people lose motivation after facing setbacks is their mindset. Many individuals see failure as a sign that they are not capable or that they should give up. This fixed mindset creates a cycle of self-doubt and avoidance. Instead, you must adopt a growth mindset, one that views setbacks as a natural part of progress. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn something new, refine your approach, and become better. When you shift your perspective from "I failed" to "I learned," you eliminate the fear of failure and make it easier to keep going despite difficulties. Another important aspect of staying motivated is developing emotional resilience. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel discouraged. You may experience frustration, disappointment, or even self-doubt. However, these emotions should not dictate your actions. Instead of allowing negative feelings to take control, acknowledge them, process them, and then refocus on your goals. One powerful way to do this is through self-talk. The way you speak to yourself during tough times matters. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough," you reinforce negativity. Instead, replace those thoughts with empowering statements like, "I can figure this out," or "This setback is temporary." By managing your internal dialogue, you can keep yourself motivated even when things are tough. Another common reason people lose motivation is that they focus too much on the long-term outcome rather than the small steps needed to get there. When a goal feels too far away, setbacks can seem devastating. Instead of obsessing over the final destination, break your goals down into smaller, manageable tasks. Celebrate small wins along the way. Each step forward, no matter how small, builds momentum and reinforces the belief that you are making progress. Progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. Recognizing these small achievements helps to keep your motivation alive, even when bigger challenges arise. In addition to shifting your mindset and breaking down your goals, it's crucial to have a strong why, a deep, compelling reason behind your pursuit of consistency. When setbacks happen, reconnect with your purpose. Ask yourself, why did I start this journey? What am I working toward? How will my life improve if I keep going? When your why is strong enough, setbacks become temporary inconveniences rather than roadblocks. Your purpose acts as an anchor, keeping you focused and pushing you forward when motivation starts to wane. Staying motivated through setbacks also requires adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and rigid plans often crumble under unexpected circumstances. Instead of letting obstacles derail you, develop the ability to adjust your approach. If one method isn't working, find another way. If you experience a setback, reassess your strategy, and make necessary changes. Being flexible in your approach while staying committed to your goal is a skill that separates those who succeed from those who give up. Remember, consistency does not mean doing the same thing repeatedly without change. It means showing up and adjusting as needed to keep moving forward. Another powerful way to stay motivated is to surround yourself with the right people. When you face setbacks, the people around you will either lift you up or drag you down. Seek out individuals who inspire, encourage, and support your journey. Whether it's friends, mentors, or a community of like-minded individuals, having a strong support system makes it easier to stay on track. If you find yourself surrounded by negativity, doubt, or discouragement, it may be time to reevaluate your circle. Energy is contagious, and being around motivated, driven people will help you maintain your own enthusiasm, even during difficult times. One practical technique to maintain motivation after setbacks is to engage in visualization. Take a few moments each day to picture yourself overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. Imagine yourself succeeding despite difficulties, feeling confident and proud of your perseverance. Visualization helps rewire your brain to focus on success rather than failure. When you consistently see yourself pushing through setbacks and achieving your desired outcome, your subconscious mind begins to believe it, making it easier to take action and stay committed. Additionally, reframing setbacks as valuable learning experiences is essential for long-term motivation. Instead of viewing difficulties as failures, see them as lessons. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? What adjustments can I make to improve? How can I use this challenge to grow stronger? Every setback holds valuable information that can help you refine your approach and improve your chances of success. Some of the greatest successes in history were built on failures. Thomas Edison, for example, failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Instead of seeing those failures as defeats, he saw them as necessary steps toward his goal. The same applies to your journey. Each setback brings you one step closer to success, if you choose to learn from it. Another crucial element of staying motivated through setbacks is maintaining self-discipline. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward. On the days when you feel discouraged, remind yourself that action leads to progress, and progress leads to renewed motivation. Sometimes, the simple act of showing up, even when you don't feel like it, is enough to regain your momentum. Instead of waiting for motivation to return, take small actions that align with your goals. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Lastly, practice self-compassion. Being too hard on yourself after a setback can kill motivation and make it harder to bounce back. Instead of criticizing yourself for mistakes, acknowledge that setbacks are a normal part of growth. Treat yourself with the same kindness and encouragement that you would offer a friend in a similar situation. Remember that progress is not always linear. There will be ups and downs, but as long as you keep moving forward, you are still on the right path. In conclusion, setbacks are not the end of your journey. They are a necessary part of it. How you respond to challenges determines whether you continue growing or give up. By shifting your mindset, managing self-talk, focusing on small wins, staying connected to your purpose, and surrounding yourself with positive influences, you can maintain motivation even in difficult times. Adaptability, visualization, and self-discipline will further strengthen your ability to push through obstacles. Remember, consistency is not about being perfect, it's about showing up and taking action, no matter the circumstances. The more you train yourself to stay motivated through setbacks, the stronger and more resilient you become. Keep going, keep pushing, and never let temporary failures define your long-term success. Chapter 7. Eliminating distractions and staying focused. Distractions are everywhere. In today's world, staying focused is one of the biggest challenges people face. From endless notifications on your phone to the temptation of scrolling through social media, distractions steal your time and energy, making it nearly impossible to stay consistent with your goals. If you want to build unshakable discipline and achieve success, you must learn how to eliminate distractions and train your mind to focus deeply on what truly matters. The first step to overcoming distractions is recognizing where your attention is going. Most people don't even realize how much time they waste every day on unimportant things. Studies show that the average person checks their phone over 150 times a day, spends hours watching videos, and constantly switches between tasks, leading to reduced productivity. This habit of distraction is known as attention residue, where your brain takes time to refocus after being interrupted. If you constantly shift between tasks, you never achieve deep concentration, which is essential for consistency and long-term success. To regain control over your focus, you must become aware of these distractions and actively work to remove them. One of the most powerful ways to stay focused is by creating a distraction-free environment. Your surroundings have a significant impact on your ability to concentrate. If your workspace is cluttered, noisy, or filled with tempting distractions, your mind will naturally get pulled away from your work. Start by designing a workspace that promotes deep focus. Keep your desk clean, remove unnecessary items, and ensure that everything you need is within reach. If noise is an issue, use noise-canceling headphones or play background sounds like white noise or instrumental music to help you concentrate. Your environment should signal to your brain that it's time to work, not to relax or be entertained. Another effective strategy is time blocking, a technique used by some of the world's most successful people. Time blocking involves scheduling specific periods of time for focused work, free from interruptions. Instead of working in a scattered, unstructured way, you dedicate blocks of time to deep, undisturbed work. For example, you can set aside 90-minute sessions where you focus entirely on one task, followed by a short break. This technique prevents distractions and trains your brain to stay engaged for longer periods. During these blocks, turn off all notifications, put your phone on silent, and make it clear to others that you are unavailable. Over time, this method strengthens your ability to concentrate and eliminates the need to constantly refocus. In addition to managing your environment, you must also develop self-discipline when it comes to digital distractions. The internet is a double-edged sword. It provides endless knowledge and opportunities, but it can also become a major source of wasted time. Social media platforms, YouTube and news websites are designed to grab your attention and keep you engaged for as long as possible. If you find yourself spending hours on these distractions, it's time to take control. Start by setting clear limits on your social media and entertainment usage. You can use apps like Freedom or Cold Turkey to block distracting websites during work hours. Another powerful trick is to move social media apps away from your home screen or even delete them from your phone if they are consuming too much of your time. The goal is to make distractions less accessible so that they don't control you. Multitasking is another major enemy of focus. Many people believe they can get more done by juggling multiple tasks at once, but research has proven that multitasking reduces efficiency and increases errors. The human brain is not designed to focus on multiple things simultaneously. Instead of multitasking, practice single tasking, where you give your full attention to one task at a time. When you work with deep focus, You complete tasks faster, with higher quality, and with less mental exhaustion. A simple way to train yourself to single task is by using the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25–50 minutes on one task, take a short break, and then repeat. This method helps maintain high levels of focus while preventing burnout. Your energy levels also play a crucial role in your ability to stay focused. Many people struggle with distractions simply because they are mentally or physically exhausted. When you are tired, your brain naturally seeks easy and enjoyable tasks, such as scrolling on your phone or watching videos, instead of working on meaningful goals. To maximize focus, you must take care of your physical and mental energy. This means getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, eating nutritious foods, and taking short breaks when needed. Exercise is another powerful way to improve focus, as it boosts blood flow to the brain and enhances cognitive function. If you constantly feel tired and distracted, reassess your lifestyle habits and make the necessary changes. In addition to external distractions, internal distractions, such as overthinking, self-doubt, and negative thoughts, can be just as damaging. Sometimes, you may find yourself unable to focus because your mind is filled with worries, doubts, or personal concerns. To overcome internal distractions, practice mindfulness and mental discipline. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and journaling can help clear your mind and improve concentration. Another effective method is using affirmations, positive statements that reinforce your ability to focus. For example, before starting work, you can repeat affirmations like, "I am fully focused and productive," or "I control my attention and eliminate distractions." Over time, these mental exercises strengthen your ability to stay present and focused on your goals. One of the best ways to improve focus and consistency is by using accountability strategies. When you hold yourself accountable, you are less likely to get distracted and abandon your commitments. One way to do this is by setting public goals, telling others about your plans, so that you feel a sense of responsibility to follow through. Another method is using accountability partners, someone who checks in with you regularly, to ensure you're staying on track. Additionally, tracking your progress can be a powerful motivator. Keep a journal or use productivity apps to monitor how well you're maintaining focus each day. By measuring your progress, you become more aware of your habits and can make adjustments when necessary. Another effective way to eliminate distractions is by prioritizing your tasks wisely. Many people struggle with focus because they spend too much time on low-value tasks while neglecting what truly matters. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, states that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. To apply this principle, identify the most important tasks that drive real progress toward your goals and prioritize them over minor tasks. By focusing on high-impact activities, you increase productivity and stay consistent with meaningful work. Finally, developing a strong mindset is key to staying focused and eliminating distractions long-term. The truth is, distractions will always exist, and challenges will always arise. The difference between successful and unsuccessful people is how they respond to these distractions. Instead of giving in to temptations, train yourself to delay gratification and push through moments of discomfort. Every time you resist a distraction and stay focused on your work, you strengthen your discipline and move closer to your goals. In conclusion, staying focused in a world full of distractions is not easy, but it is entirely possible with the right strategies. By creating a distraction-free environment, practicing time blocking, eliminating digital distractions, avoiding multitasking, managing your energy, overcoming internal distractions, using accountability techniques, and prioritizing high-value tasks, you can significantly improve your ability to concentrate. Remember, success is built on consistent effort, and consistent effort requires deep focus. Train yourself to eliminate distractions, master your attention, and commit fully to your goals. The more you practice focused work, the stronger your discipline becomes, and the closer you get to achieving unstoppable success.